What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to my show. My producer right there, Michael, is
Oh, that's what we doing.
my producer Mike is getting all the people. He's doing all the goon work. Um, no man, what up, people? I look super tired. I'm so sorry.
Super
Um,
watch. How you gonna be the show host and you the watch one?
bro, like these kids, bro.
What kids? You Nick Cannon out here?
Bro,
He's trying to start a whole African tribe.
bro, why'd I get on Instagram and see Nick Cannon is having his fourth child in 6 months?
Bro is putting in all the
Bro.
seed.
Bro, did you see that thing about him and him thinking he gonna die early, so he just getting it in now?
Is that true?
Yeah, he was on Howard Stern and he was like, "Yo, I feel like I'm gonna die soon," because he had blood
What?
clots in his. I think he had blood clots in his lungs and his heart. So he was like, the doctor's like, "I don't even know how you're surviving right now. So you probably won't make it very long."
What? I did not hear any of that.
He was like, "Yeah," he was on Howard Stern and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get my shit in.
So that makes a lot more sense. Because I was like,
I'm gonna
see,
spread this seed." I thought he was just depressed from the wilding out shit.
well, I didn't think it was so much that as like he was just on the Nick Cannon's like a quasi hotep out here.
Yeah,
Like
right.
Hebrew Israelite thing. So I thought it was on some hotep shit of like, I'm gonna do this like whole building the kingdom shit for real. That's what I thought.
Not at all, sir. Apparently, he is dying in his eyes, and according to the doctors. So
But,
that's what it is.
well, I mean, I guess if you got that diagnosis, I guess you see it did it again. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it makes sense now that he
I don't
was.
feel like that's the wave. I don't.
I
Even
don't
if
think
you
that's
are
the
now,
way.
like you're creating a lot more fatherless children.
I was gonna say like, and even, I mean, can you even properly take care of that many kids? Like, can you properly tend to that many kids as a father?
Monetarily, I suppose, for him. But
Monetarily, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not,
yeah, that's not. Yeah, I agree.
you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I don't know. The show was supposed to be about Nick, but that shit was wild.
Um. So yeah, man. What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to another episode of Cultivating Ignorance. I'm Will, the host. That's Mike, the loser. Um. We're back for another episode. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for joining us. Putting up with us for the last 4 years.
That's wild.
To the day ones, keep on crushing it, please.
Helicopter days.
Right.
The helicopter sound days.
Bro, them shits was rough. Yeah, man, we got a dope show lined up for y'all. We're gonna be talking about I guess we're gonna be talking about Juneteenth. And
don't be acting hesitant like this ain't your topic.
It's my topic, but like, damn, I hate to see Juneteenth go out like that.
Go out like what?
It was ours for a hot minute.
Then it got colonized.
And then it was like, oh, too many of y'all niggas doing it now. We gotta colonize this shit.
We gotta whiten it on up.
So we're gonna be talking about Juneteenth and kind of what we did and our experience of it. And we're also gonna be talking about basically just commercializing the whole shit in general. Because boy, did it get commercialized quickly.
We want to talk about IKEA's fried chicken and watermelon on the menu, baby.
But yeah, man. As always, if you haven't checked out our Patreon, please do. Dope shit on there. I hope we do a Loki review, but you know,
I gotta catch up, man. I haven't been. Is it still fire?
First 2 episodes are fire. The third episode, it's not bad at all. It's just like one of those filler episodes you get.
Oh no, episode 3 filler. It's not a good sign.
It's not filler, but like it's just so slow paced and like it definitely shows you that it's leading up to episode 4. Episode 4 gonna be the joint. But
You
yeah, man, we got.
did you ever start WandaVision?
I've started
This first is the first episode that is super compelling. Like you're not intrigued by what the fuck going on?
it. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna knock it out this weekend. How many episodes is it? 7, 8,
I want to say it's like 7. I want to say I can't remember.
30 minute, hour long.
30 minutes, I believe. I can't remember. I feel like it's forever ago. You know, the binge generation. Everything you watch is just a blur. But yeah, I
Right.
want to say it's half-hour episodes.
Yeah. All right. This weekend, I'm crushing it.
All
That's
right.
it. That's it. Now, I still haven't watched. I still haven't watched the end of
Westworld.
Westworld. Yeah, I was. Hey, I couldn't think of the name. I was about to say Met Humans.
Ex Machina or some shit.
um,
That show went out bad, bro. Oh my god.
they're gonna bring back for another season. Hopefully, redeem itself, but it's not. It's just gonna. It's just gonna get worse and worse.
It's so sad to see the show just steadily decline, like more and more each season.
Yeah.
That
Well,
sucks,
welcome to HBO. Um.
man.
So, um. Yeah, man. So, what did you do? Oh, I don't know if I said it. Patreon.com/cultivated ignorance.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Sorry for Will's temporary seizure there. Apologize for that.
So yeah, bro, what did you do for Juneteenth this year?
Absolutely nothing. But that wasn't intentional. That wasn't like a plan. I wasn't like a protest or anything. I mean, for those that don't know, I'm on the board of directors for this dance company called Perfect Pearls with some delightful little black girls. It's for every girl, but it's only black girls right now. Where they just learn community building through creative dance and volunteer work. We did like a play and like a dance routine for um, this home of foster kids, which was dope. The little girls got all the energy in the world, so that shit took me out. Other than that, not a damn thing. Not on purpose, but not a thing. How about you?
I didn't do anything. Um, I don't know if it was like I think it was like just subconsciously I'm out. Like,
Really?
because I think it might have not have been last year, but year before last I did one. Oh, my bad. I did one for I did something for Juneteenth. I can't remember what it was, but it was something small. But like this year, I've had a real problem with them like passing the Juneteenth law on the 16th. I was like, now y'all know this shit is bogus right here. Like it felt like another one of those things where like people are just like, I don't know, just trying to almost like just give you lip service. Like, okay, here you go. Like, just be rejuvenized to be black again. I mean to be American again.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
okay. Yeah. So the only thing about that, like, I get that. The only thing about it is, like, there's been activists and organizers like pushing for this to be a thing for years now,
Yeah.
like for a very long time. So I mean, it wasn't gonna happen under Trump for sure, but
Oh
like
yeah.
that's the only reason that gives me pause to be like, I don't. I mean, of course, I do think it's pandering, but I don't think it's like last minute pandering because this has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
And with the Biden administration and their continuous efforts to get more and more black voters, like it doesn't surprise me that they would be the ones to do it.
Well, apparently the dude somebody tried to do it last year. I can't remember the senator's name or the congressperson's name. But they tried to do it last year, so like on one hand, like it getting passed seemed like some fuck shit on the 16th, but it's not completely disingenuous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um there were there were 14 Republican uh there were 14 Republicans who didn't vote for it, I believe in the Senate. I was like, boy, y'all niggas right here, boy.
They voted against it, or they just didn't
They
vote at
voted
all.
against it. Yeah, they voted against it.
What was the rationale? Like, what was the reason? I got to know the reason.
I guess like I don't know. Like the article I read didn't explain it, but like, so put yourself in your shoes. Like, if you was like, I'm gonna vote against this, like, what would be your rationale? Like, what do you think? What do you think as an angry white would push you to?
As an angry white, um, and I'm gonna get into this later on, but I think for me, as far as a politician goes, I can't think of it being any reason other than to appeal to my voters. Like, when none of my voters are diehard red-blooded Americans who want to deny slavery in any way, shape, or form. Like, I can only think of them just wanting to appeal to them and be like, I didn't vote for that bullshit, white people, and just staying true to that. That's the only rationale I can think of because, for the record, like slavery has, like I said, we'll get more into this as far as the reason why I didn't really do anything, but slavery is still a thing thanks to the 13th Amendment. So I'm sure they know that, and they know that this whole thing is superficial, and that's the only reason I can think of. They just don't want to, you don't want your redneck fan base to come at you later on and be like, why the fuck did you vote for Juneteenth to be a holiday?
So one of the cats that voted for it, there was actually a dude from California that voted for it, but I guess if it's not L.A. or San Francisco, like it's pretty redneck out there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but the dude who is the what is it, South Carolina Congressional District 5, which is Rock Hill, he was the one of the cats that voted against it. Which I'm not surprised. Like,
Not at all. Not whatsoever.
yeah, like I mean, outside of Rock Hill, like it's country. Like if you're not in Rock Hill exactly or Fort Mill near Charlotte, like it's country as fuck.
One step outside of that shit, you and
Bumfuck nowhere.
yeah.
It was just a shame, man. So like me myself, I didn't do anything. I didn't feel the spirit of Juneteenth. Um, it just instantly seemed colonized. Like
Is that what made you not? So you saying you intentionally? Well, you said subconsciously earlier, but
subconsciously, yeah. Because I remember when I first saw it on the 16th, I was like, look at this bullshit here. Like that was the first thing out of my mouth. And I don't know if I'll everything America does just feels a little disingenuous to me. Like,
I've been saying this.
yeah, I get it. I get it, but like I guess I'm just scarred as a black person.
You know what happens? You be knowing what I'm saying, and I think because we're indoctrinated with this, we want to think that this country has the best intentions for everybody at the end of the day. And it might not execute that the best, but like just because you fucked up doesn't mean you intentionally fucked up. I think that's what we kind of like. That's kind of like holds true in your head. And
Yes.
so when I say some shit, especially when I go into like the super radical shit, it's like, ah, nigga, come on now. But like when you think about it, and you see shit like this that's be in your face, it'd be like, okay,
Like really, nigga, on the 16th, this is what you get on the 16th of the month.
yeah.
So yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like they're just trying to like get black people just re-nationalized. Like they just want us to feel like a true American again.
But is that actually working for for most black people, especially of our generation and generation Gen
I
Z?
don't think so. Oh, them Gen Z niggas gonna give them hell.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but I think further down the line, like maybe 20 years, like kids is like Mackenzie's age and stuff like that, like the kids that's coming up, where all they've seen is Juneteenth, and that'll probably make it. That's the people they going for. This ain't for us. Like they didn't already missed our wave.
What you think they're going for? What you said, Mackenzie's generation?
Yeah, if I think they're trying to get the younger generation to feel good, the younger black generation to feel good about being an American.
Mm,
Like you are fully a part of this country.
I see what
You know what I mean? I think that's what this move was aimed to do. And also to calm all that shit down about George Floyd and the police killings.
See, I think it's almost opposite. I think that they know the young people are getting more and more radical, and I think this is like I think all of these things are like last ditch efforts to like hone in any type of continued
Patriotism.
power,
Okay.
like of maintaining the narrative that they need in order to maintain power.
Yeah,
And I think
I believe that too. I believe that too. But I think, but I think the if it connects, it's going to connect with the younger generation where all they've seen is America celebrate Juneteenth. You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Okay, I see where you're going now.
Yeah.
You're saying like in this the superficial, like let's just celebrate this holiday that slavery ended way, not the actual behind the scenes
Yeah.
slavery. Okay, I'm putting my
Yeah.
brain into what you were saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying
So
there.
I think they pretty much missed the wave with like anybody who's over the age of 10, maybe 15.
Right, right.
Like, we know the fuck shit. Like the internet's just giving us too much info. We just seeing it too much. You know what I mean?
Well, I do think that's true to an extent because I think the boomers and Gen Xers, I think, are still within their grasp. I think, which I think is
Yes, I agree with that too. But okay, I should have closed the age bracket
yeah,
somewhere around like 40, maybe 45, something like that.
yeah. This is definitely for them as well, for sure.
Yeah,
I would say that's the main people it's for, really.
you
Um,
think so?
I think so. I think for sure because and just because you just think about the whole spectacle of Juneteenth, which and this is not a show to like down on anybody who celebrates Juneteenth. I wanted to put that out there too.
Yeah, I believe in Juneteenth. I just
Yeah,
don't like the way they did it.
right. I'm definitely down for like just the black celebration and stuff like that, and the festivities and all those things. But I'm also down for, like we said, just telling the truth about the situation, just not just taking crumbs, on their face, surface level, and just being like, oh, another holiday we get to have off, and just let that make us complacent or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what we really care about.
Yeah.
Those of us who know, we really just care about getting another day off of work. Like we don't really care about them recognizing this shit.
So like, okay, we know it was last minute as shit. Like we know it was kind of funky the way, or it's kind of deceptive what they're trying to do with it. It's not a
Mm.
real celebration. It's just we gonna get you niggas back.
Yeah.
Do you feel like um white people are going to like recognize it as like legitimate? Like because a lot of jobs, a lot of jobs don't recognize Martin Luther King Day.
Mm.
Black History Month is damn near mockery, unless it's commercialized.
Mm.
I don't. I got a problem with black. You give me the shortest month, and you give me these just bullet points.
It's the same niggas we celebrate every year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Um. So I guess like my question is like, is it like legitimized yet, or how do we legitimize it? You know what I
what's
mean? 'Cause I feel like it's just gonna be a mockery, just like, or not respected, just like MLK Day and Black History Month.
well, see, I don't predicate its legitimacy on white people's perception of the thing. I put it on us. You know what I mean? Like, because like just same thing with Juneteenth. Like I said, people been celebrating Juneteenth for years now, and same thing with Black History Month. Like a lot of us don't even say Black History Month no more. We say Black History Year at this
Mm-hmm.
point. So I don't predicate any of this on white people's acceptance of these things. That's all on us. But as far as white people taking it seriously, I do think they will. I think they'll be excited to take it seriously because for them, that gives them the permission to say again, slavery is over with, so y'all ain't got shit to complain about no more. Again, ignoring 13th Amendment, ignoring racialized law. Like they get to say like, oh yeah, Juneteenth, you guys are free, and they just get to join the festivities. I think they'll be down for that shit. I
Fucking
think they'll.
shame. Fucking shame.
It
Um.
is.
But I guess like this is, it's so hard being black. I swear.
It's
Because
like
like
lit and aggravating as fuck.
because like I feel like at least for me as a black person, like it's like I'm in a country that I know doesn't fully accept all of my blackness,
No.
but they put on this show that says, "Hey, we accept all of you." So like you're put in this spot of like being in somebody's house too long,
Right.
but they don't want you to leave because they need you for some reason. You know
I
what I
was say
mean?
the worst part about it is they profit off of it, off the spectacle. They profit off of all that.
Yeah,
That's the worst thing about it. It's one thing if you're just pandering to people just to kill the tension in the room, but like you get paid off of making this whole entire spectacle out of our misery,
yeah,
continued misery, and you don't have to acknowledge the real issue. Like that's the worst part about it. That's what is the hardest thing about explaining to people. Like black people be joyful because we find joy in everything, but
yeah.
like this bullshit be really be wearing on you when you think about it too much. It really be killing you.
It's tough, man. Cause like, no lie, like I kind of wanted. Well, Juneteenth. It was the 18th at my job, or it was the 17th. Something. It was right after the bill was passed,
Mm.
and like there was just obvious tension. Like,
At the
like it
job,
was it was obvious tension. Yeah, like, and I got a bunch of Republicans that work with me.
damn sure do.
It was just awkward. Like on the 15th, they was good. Like on the 16th, 17th, 18th, it was just fucking weird.
What were they saying?
They weren't saying anything. That was the fucking problem. Cause
Feel it.
bro, because like me and India talk all the time, and like we don't care. We be talking in front of all them people. We just be saying what we got to say.
Right. It's disappointing. You got to.
Yeah, and it was just obvious, just silence. You know what I mean? And weirdness. We got this one lady who literally watches the news the whole day on her second monitor.
You mention her all the time.
The Fox News, the foxiest news of the foxiest news.
The Foxy
So,
White News Nightly.
right?
I did want to mention one thing.
Go ahead.
So there's a well-known poet out here in South Carolina. Goes by his name is Max Parthers. Very well-known poet as well as abolitionist. He has worked to actually abolish slavery in three states as far as state constitutions. I believe it was Utah, Colorado, and Nebraska. He's been an abolitionist as long as I've known him. I don't know him that close personally, but I've had a few conversations with him about slavery and stuff like that. And yeah, Tamil knows him. Yeah, he has been working to push forward a new amendment, federal amendment that would have basically nullify slavery in the federal constitution completely. He's been working on this for some years now, and apparently this is all according to him. He says they've been in contact with the White House, they've been in contact with several politicians to push this thing, and I guess they had a formal, I guess, gathering to push it on the when was the bill passed? Was the bill passed on the 16th for the holiday? I can't remember.
Yes,
Was
it
it the
was.
15th?
It passed on the 16th.
He said the same day they were doing this gathering is the same day the bill got passed for to make it a holiday. And so, like, to him, that doesn't seem like a coincidence. We were
that's good. I mean, that's good enough, right?
right.
That's good enough.
I wouldn't be surprised, but like to him, he said like it feels like they were trying to further the efforts to kind of push the whole shit to the side,
Yeah.
keep slavery a thing, and kind of pacify
So,
people with the
do you
holiday.
know what his actual uh, policy was, or the way he saw the law being reformed or abolished?
It was I don't know the full thing because I just saw him on another podcast talking about it.
Okay.
I believe it was the 28th Amendment or so. I don't know the full details of it,
Okay.
but I would love to have him on the show sometime. This is we kind of had this topic last minute, so it's kind of hard to hit him up.
Yeah.
But he's always talking. Y'all can look him up, Max Parthers. If you just search him on Facebook or YouTube, he's got abolition stuff all up and down his timeline. He don't try to hide it. he out here wide open with it. But yeah, I just want to put that out there. Like that could be a reason it just so happened to pass this time as well. Who knows?
Yeah.
So
Anyway, I don't know if y'all know this, but your people at IKEA ran into a little bit of trouble.
oh, we skipped the whole tap shit.
Oh, we did. Oh, yeah, that's you. My bad. My B.
Look at you jumping over my shit, man.
So sorry, man. So sorry.
You're right. You're right. One outline, and all of a sudden you just take over the show, huh?
It's like my second. It's like my second.
Oh no, I was gonna say, so even though I didn't celebrate Juneteenth, one issue I did have, I don't know if you've seen this, I do have an issue with like hoteps out here claiming that like us sheeple are only recognizing or celebrating Juneteenth now because it's a federal holiday, as if they've been pushing for this for a long time. Like I saw somebody put, oh my god, somebody made this picture, and I don't take the internet too seriously, but it shit just aggravated me. It was a picture of like a black dude posed as a dog. He was naked on all fours, and he had a bone in his mouth, and it said like it said like Juneteenth holiday. It said some other fuck shit about like Black History,
Bro.
and
It
it was
never
a
fails.
it was a rich white man's hand like patting him on the bed, like yeah, good, like good boy. I was like, nigga, get out of my face.
Bro.
That shit I don't fuck with. Have you seen anything like that?
I haven't, but like, bro, we see so much Hotep shit, and I feel like it was worse a few years back, but like, we see so much Hotep shit, nothing surprises me anymore. Like this thought that like everything the white man does is just like an attempt to play us in some kind of way.
It's like they're waiting for some type of like black joy to happen so they can come like with some conspiracy shit.
Exactly. I mean,
The
look
hard,
at you in abolition, man. You're real close. Like you're not.
hey, look, we're about to blow this whole shit. We're gonna start by blowing up your job. That's where the real fight starts.
Whoa, whoa.
We're gonna blow them up.
I got bills.
We can get you another job, man. We ain't gonna need no jobs. All the jobs, we're gonna blow up all the jobs. We don't need no jobs.
Whatever.
But the hardest thing about it is about criticizing Hoteps. It's like there's like a little piece of truth in there. Like there's a little like, because I can't lie. Like Umar is a compelling guy to listen to, a very compelling person to listen to.
Yeah.
And like a lot of times he's talking from a place of truth, but then like all the ego shit gets thrown in there, and
It's mutated. Like
yeah, it's like God, man, I want to be on your side so bad, but I just want to throw that out there. Stop making fun of people for
stop Hoteps. That's what he wanted to say.
stop hotels. Yeah, just stop hotels. That's the thing. Anyway, go ahead and talk about how you wanted to eat fried chicken at IKEA.
So, IKEA, soon after the bill passing, they said, "Hey, we're gonna honor Juneteenth. We're gonna commercialize this thing and honor it." And so they said to honor the perseverance of Black Americans to acknowledge the progress yet to be made, we observe Juneteenth on Saturday, June 19th, 2021. And they said, look out. They said, look out for a special menu on Saturday, which will include. And of course, this was in the city of Atlanta. This is.
Why? Where else would it be?
I definitely believe this was the Atlanta branch. Atlanta branch. So they put out a special menu, which included fried chicken, watermelon, mac and cheese, potato salad, collard greens, and candied yams. Because they know that's what niggas like.
Oh, real quick. So we're gonna sit here and act like they might not have possibly gotten away with it had it not been for the watermelon part.
Because everything else is just like Southern love food.
Everything else is just black ass food in Atlanta. It would have been like, okay, this is a little weird, but like, okay. Had it not been watermelon, of all fruits you could have chose, had it not been watermelon, would they still have been offended?
It had to be the most Sambo shit of all time. Bro, it says as many as 33 workers did not show up in response to the store's shit, bro.
All right, real quick. All right, so imagine we working at Sam's Club still, right? Juneteenth is a holiday. You get an email saying we having fried chicken and watermelon. Like from, I ain't gonna say his name. I was gonna say our old manager. We getting fried chicken and watermelon. Are you going to work? Or you calling out and missing that paycheck?
That's tough. It depends on how Bill's looking.
This guy, this guy's a coon.
It's tough, boy.
This guy's a coon.
But I mean, like, it's so hard because you need. It's so hard being black. I swear, it's so hard. Like, do I take a stance and put up the good fight, or do I do what I got to do as a human and get this money?
That's the bullshit, right?
No other race goes through this. Well, maybe Asians do. I'm sure Asians and Mexicans will go. White people don't go through it. That's what I know.
People damn sure don't go through this type of bullshit.
But is that some shit we put on ourselves though? Like,
that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what America does to you. It's like, how much of this is real and how much of this is just me being in my head? You just constantly going back and forth. And then people fighting you on it. White people and black people be fighting you on it, trying to take you crazy.
Yeah.
But then your inner self is like, nah, nigga, this shit racist as fuck, nigga. No.
Is it just racist or is it just tone deaf? Like, is it?
I feel like, for one thing, this was too funny. Like, if it was too funny not to be real. Like, when I read the headline at first, I was like, that shit got to be fake. And then you put it in the thing, I was like, golly. No, it feels tone deaf as fuck, but because what I always come back to is like, there's no way a company would intentionally shoot themselves in the foot with some racist shit nowadays.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you would do that shit all the time, no problem. Right now, like, you know that your whole company could go under some like blatantly racist shit. So it feels like a bunch of white people was in the boardroom, even though the article claimed that there was a black person in the room. We don't know if I believe that or not.
Yeah.
It sounded like it was a bunch of white people in the room, like just did a quick Google search on Juneteenth.
But this was just the Atlanta branch that did this. Like, it had to be some niggas in the room. Like,
so you saying that, like, black people approved this? They was in the room. It was like, yeah. What
bro,
about
an Atlanta branch of the Scandinavian furniture chain has sparked outrage. It don't sound like nobody else did this shit.
I feel like it was very little. It was either very little black people or they were afraid to speak up because they didn't want to start like a riff. So they just kind of let the shit go. And they were probably in that dilemma too of being in that room, being like, damn, this is the shit. Like, do I say something and risk my job? Or do I just let the shit go?
You think black people have like this deep fear of like losing their job? Like, I don't feel like, I feel like black people have a higher fear of losing their job than other races.
Oh yeah.
And niggas say, oh yeah.
I think even if it's not even losing your job, have you ever been in a situation at work where like you just know someone said something that was tone deaf, might have been blatantly racist, but was tone deaf, and you know if you say something, you might not lose your job, but you'll make the whole situation incredibly uncomfortable for the rest of the time you work there.
Yeah.
I think we deal with that on a daily basis.
It's like, oh shit, he get offended at everything. Oh shit, can't say nothing around him.
Or even if they don't say that out loud, it'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, Will. Oh.
Yeah.
And then now motherfuckers act like they're scared to talk to you and shit.
Bro, this dude. Did I tell you about that joke this dude at I'm gonna say it's my old job. At my old job, this dude told about somebody who famously got shot, a black person that famously got shot.
No, but I'm scared to hear it. Go ahead.
Bro. We were saying something, I think it was last year. It was sometime, and it was something like it was about George Floyd, so this wasn't too long ago. And we talking about like, damn, there's a lot of people down there because I think like the Bucks were in the playoffs or something.
Mm-hmm.
And dude out of nowhere was like just the most tone deaf joker. He was like, George Floyd ain't out there.
What?
Bro, it was just so gross. It was so gross and unnecessary. But like legit, like, because we were in a joking mood. Like, It was jokes upon jokes upon jokes,
Yeah.
and that's the joke he thought would hit.
This is a white dude.
What? You know it's a white dude,
And he just thought like this is my time to throw my
bro.
throw my one liner out here. Like, what did y'all do? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, so if I scream on your ass,
The whole room just went silent, and we immediately changed the subject.
that's what I'm talking about. Because if that's what I'm saying. Because if you scream, if you slap his ass in that moment, what you deserve to be, niggas gonna be looking at you like, oh, Will I have beating motherfuckers down in the road for not knowing, like,
I guess like to people like black people's plights aren't their plight, so they can't empathize with what we might be, I guess, going through, even though it doesn't directly affect me or my family. You know what I mean? And so
yeah,
like they think that shit is just free game.
yeah. No, I think it's either that or the complete polar opposite of I gotta over empathize now. Now anything that black related and tragic happens, I gotta come to you about it and ask your opinion on it, or ask how you feel today about it.
Yeah.
Bro, white people be so fucking. Ugh.
They're hard to deal with sometimes. But I love them all.
Do you,
Everybody a little lost.
this might be a question. Well, I might save that question for another episode. I was gonna ask. Joe said, "Oh, the worst." And for clarity, like I'm with Amanda Seals. I know I don't really quote Amanda Seals anymore lately because she been getting on my nerves. But I believe in her train of thought of there's like white people and then there's people who happen to be white
Mm-hmm.
who know like how to divest from whiteness. But is it truly possible for like most white people with everything going on, like for critical race theory making a comeback right now, even though Republicans are trying their hardest to stomp the shit out? Is it possible that we can get to a place where like a majority of white people divest from whiteness and all that comes with it?
Um, why would they? Like,
If they,
that's some good Samaritan shit. Like, why would they?
it's not even that. I think if they knew how whiteness, like I said, this is a whole conversation for another episode, but if they knew how whiteness is used against them to keep them in a certain place, even though it might be a little bit better than white people, if they knew how whiteness is used to manipulate them, is the best word, then I think they would be more inclined to do so. But because, like I said, because even though I don't completely know what critical race theory actually teaches, it seems like it's trying to start that conversation. And with people trying to stomp that out, it feels like they kind of know that can happen, so they're trying to like kill every effort to like bring awareness to that.
Yeah. Um, it's critical race theory is very interesting. Like from the little bit I've read,
Mm.
it's very interesting, and the hang up with it is that like it's all about like instead of like law, it's about like people's personal experiences. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
people's kind of belief systems around their personal experiences, rather than this this idea that there is like a singular, I guess, truth to which like law kind of predicates on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I don't know. It's very interesting. I did see this thing. We get way off topic. I did see this thing that Carrie Champion posted. Shout out to Carrie Champion.
Ooh, that's
Hottest
fine.
motherfucker on ESPN I've ever seen.
Golly, bro.
Um,
You need to have
it
her on
was
the show.
a general. I guess he was in front of Congress in one of those shits they have. Um, and he was talking about critical race theory, and he said that the military should definitely embrace it because you need to know kind of like where everything stems from and like what you're up against domestically and abroad, like just learning from other people's cultures, other people's points of view. So shouts out to that guy. He was an old white dude. He was like, I'm white and I want to know about it. So
That's what I'm saying. That there's the people that want to actually, because whiteness is like it's such a fragile thing. Like you got to keep reaffirming it for it to stay true. Like if you when that stops, which I think that critical race theory can make it stop, then that's when you get Armageddon. So it's like that's what I'm talking about. People like him that want to know, like, wait a minute, are you telling me that I've been lied to? Are
yeah,
you telling me that there's some stuff that I never was taught? you telling me that I could be perpetuating this shit without even knowing it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So shouts out to him and the people who are trying to like literally actually learn more about like race in this country and kind of the layers of it all.
Right, right.
But back to what we were talking about. Yeah, man. So with this IKEA shit, man, do you feel like it's gonna like Juneteenth is going to get super commercialized, just like every other holiday? And particularly, I'm talking about the cultural holidays like Juneteenth, Cinco de Mayo, St. Patty's Day. Like St. Patty's Day is, bro. St. Patty's Day and Cinco de Mayo. Like I feel bad for them people who
Right.
actually have roots to those holidays. And I never even thought about it until this shit happened with Juneteenth. It never once crossed my mind
Really?
that the way we celebrate these holidays is pretty insulting. Like,
You never thought about like everybody being drunken on sombreros?
bro, never fucking once. Never once thought about it, bro.
That's wild. No, of course, it already is. It's already happening. Like I logged in, and it keeps happening in games now, bro. Like I logged into the Knockout City the other night.
And all the balls was red, white, and I mean red, green, and black, wasn't it?
They did 2 avatars, bro. They did one was a Black Lives Matter fist, like with 3 fists in the air. And I was like, okay, y'all can have that one. Then the Juneteenth one was like a black woman breaking free of chains, like doing the shit.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yes, man. Oh, so it's it's already happening. It's already happening. It's gonna happen even more. But to be honest with you, I mean, well, you answer the question first, and I'll get into my other point. What do you think?
I think it's gonna get commercialized somehow. It'll get commercialized like 4th of July and shit like that. Like there'll be somehow some corporation is going to pick a certain set of colors that belong to Juneteenth.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is going to be our Juneteenth colors for the rest of the eternity. There's no deviating, no nothing.
It's not gonna be no consulting black people. It's just gonna get.
It's not. It's gonna be like Walmart, and everybody else is gonna follow. And so, like, yeah, we're gonna be sold a lot of shit. Yeah, the holiday's not going to matter at some point, because I guess you got to be a part of the culture to care about the holiday. You know what I mean? Because I'm be honest. I don't care about 4th of July for its independence. I don't give a shit.
Well, I think that's a little different.
Think so?
Because you're black. Yeah, because you're black. Like I think that's but
so I guess with saying that, like if you don't believe in the holiday itself or the history behind the holiday, you're just gonna commercialize it, using it as an excuse to drink this, that, and the third.
I
So
think
since there's only what 14%, 15% of black people in America.
That's what they say. I think it's much higher than that, personally, but that's what they say.
Well, you ain't been to the Midwest, have you? Because that shit probably bare black folk. Unless it's like St. Louis or something.
They hiding, bro. They hiding. I think America makes you just commodify holidays that are important, or other cultures. Period. Like you said, what just happened with Michael B. Jordan, and that.
I don't know how to pronounce that word, so I ain't gonna.
I don't know either. But like he literally tried to like commodify like a whole word, a West Indian word, like and commercialize it. I don't think that's like Michael B. Jordan. I think that's America, Americanized Michael B. Jordan trying to take advantage of an opportunity, like a catchy word and trying to commercialize it to make money. I think America does that to you. And so like good on him for being like, oh shit, my bad, let me stop. But like America just naturally does that to people. So I don't think you have to be a part of the culture to care about it. I think just America just makes you think that you can just take shit and do whatever you want with it, have fun with it, make money off of it, and not care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what I was going to ask you is, do you care that America's going to hyper commercialize the shit? This is going to happen, but do you actually care about it?
Yeah. I think I think the more and more time goes on, I'm gonna feel more and more insulted about the holiday.
Really?
Yeah. Not to say that I won't celebrate it, but I do feel like I'm going to just get more and more aggravated by the holiday itself, like the commercialization, the them just making it a spectacle, a drinking holiday, or whatever they're going to do with it to the masses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be much about teaching the history, because I don't know what St. Patty's Day is for, and I don't think that's my fault.
No.
Uh, I feel like Cinco de Mayo is Mexican Independence Day, but I'm not 100% sure.
See, that's what I'm saying.
So like, I feel like this is gonna be more the same.
Yeah.
Now, I guess those are foreign holidays, so so why do we even celebrate them here? Because we pieces of shit as Americans. But um, yeah, man, I don't think it'll take long
It's already
for
happening.
it to become popular, and then like unknown the reason for it.
Right. I mean, I feel you in being bothered by it. I don't think you can never just not bother you as a black person. I
Yeah,
guess, but I don't really. It's not my fight. Like, I'm not gonna be. Well, we neither one of us are like this, but I'm not gonna be on social media every year like, "Fuck America," celebrating. Juneteenth. We ain't gonna be doing all that. But I mean, I don't really care about protecting the holiday and its federal recognition context so much as like just people, more and more people learning about the 13th Amendment, more and more people learning about like the prison industrial complex and how it still commodifies human beings,
yeah.
private prisons and stuff. I'm learning how public defenders be a part of the whole shit by purposely getting people to take plea deals to go to
Oh
prison.
yeah.
I didn't even think about that shit that deep, bro.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Well, I knew about that. Somehow I knew more than you about it,
Bro,
but
I didn't. It's like I knew, but I didn't really think about
I
it. You
guess
know
you
what I
just
mean?
never connected the dots. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like that shit. All these things. Like I care more about us bringing, which more and more of that is coming to surface.
Yeah.
Why I think, like I said, I think they're trying to stump out stuff like critical race theory. They're trying to have the Fox News. Have you watched Fox News lately? Like just to
Why the fuck would I?
because we both watch stuff we don't agree with just to see the other side.
I guess, man, but I haven't done it in a long time. Like, it's only so much I can stomach. I'm be honest.
No, because the mental gymnastics, bro. Like there's just the
And to be fair, I don't watch CNN. I have to watch CNN in bunches too
yeah.
because they do the same thing, just the opposite way.
I think it's a little bit better, a wee bit better.
Is it a wee bit better because you agree?
I don't even agree with everything they say. I just
I know
think
you don't
that,
agree with everything you say, but it's not as against your beliefs as Fox News.
well, yeah, but also I think they tell the truth about stuff that Fox News blatantly lies about.
I got you.
I mean, I guess in that context, like they're just a little bit
I
better.
guess my big thing with CNN, but they be like trying to make you fear everything and make you feel like everything's a crisis.
Yeah, that shit I don't fuck with because that's what Republicans use to like go against critical. They be like they want black people to feel hopeless. Like, do you want that for your kids? you want your, I wish I could share this video, this critical race theory thing I found of you talk about white fear instilled. Like
Really?
it was so over the top.
Oh, you got to see it if you can find it.
Can we even show? We get canceled if I try to show it?
Yeah, just fucking do it. I'm curious about this.
This was off of like an earnest search for like what critical race theory was, and this white man was like, "This ain't what you want." Oh, did it get taken down?
You know they're trying to hide the truth, man.
Damn, did they take this shit down? Because it was over the top. They probably YouTube was probably like, "Okay, motherfucker, like you."
You going too deep.
Damn. Did you see that black dude in front of like a room full of white people like denouncing it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, maybe I can show that
There
then.
was a black dude in a room full of white people denouncing critical race theory.
They were like, yeah, speak, black man, speak against this. Maybe I can show that.
First episode of Dave Chappelle.
All right, this is.
And while the
Hold on. Share screen. All right, you can see this.
Yeah.
Biden administration refuses to take on China, parents all over the country are standing up to the threat of critical race theory. It's taking over kids' education. My next guest went viral, and he had a brilliant takedown of the toxic ideology at an Illinois school board meeting. Watch.
When you talk about critical race theory, which is pretty much going to be teaching kids how to hate each other, how to dislike each other, that's pretty much, I don't care what I'm saying, it's pretty much what it's going to all come down to. 2 medical degrees, no mom, no dad in the house, worked my way through college, sat there and hustled my butt off to get through college. You going to tell me somebody that looked like all y'all white folks kept me from doing that?
Joining me now, the man you just saw, Tyson.
Look at my man. Look how he's sitting. Look at how he's sitting. Should we play this whole thing? I don't know if we get blocked or not.
I don't know. It's 4 minutes. Probably not.
You want to listen to like a piece of it?
Yeah.
Look at the man.
Smith, Illinois dad and radio host.
This nigga said, I'm about to serve somebody else.
He not only called out the critical race theory hoax, but also called out the people pushing it for ignoring things that are actually very positive for Black communities. Explain that.
Well, the thing is that most of the time you have people in a room and it seems like everybody just kind of jump on board with what's going on. They give no thought to it. They ask no questions. Just said, oh, if this person says it's right, if this person says it's right, well, this must be right. So let's everybody jump on board. And while I sat in that room, I looked around and I realized I was the only Black person in there. And I had all these white people up talking about the Black experience. And none of them looked like me in that room. And I'm trying to figure out, how did they know this? Because I've never seen any of these folks in the areas that I grew up in and lived. But yet to be on the outside like they were doing all this virtue signaling and all that, I was just so worked up because I was calling BS on it, because the very thing that they were talking about, I was that kid in the ghetto. I was that kid in the hood. And I'm like, no, what y'all talking about, you guys weren't the problem. The issue that a lot of Black people have right now is swallowing a hard red pill, and that's to realize that we absolutely are the biggest problem and the biggest threat to us progressive, not white people.
Well, we were just talking about this in the previous...
Turn this shit off. I'm turning this shit off. I'm turning this shit. This nigga.
I gotta hear what he's had to say. I gotta hear what his explanation was as far as why we were the biggest problem to our own progression.
Segment, which is, of course, the crime in the inner city. Now that we have a defund police movement, we have demonization of police are bad,
Hold on. Why did he say we were our own biggest threat of progression, and then he let the white lady start talking?
But the media doesn't want to talk about that. That's not a convenient narrative. And you'd rather talk about how everyone's so racist in the schools and turn the kids against each other.
Right. They got you focused on something else while something else behind your back is going on. Everything that's happening right now, again, no, I don't care if anybody wants to agree with me or not. I lived this stuff. The biggest threat to me when I was growing up was somebody that looked exactly like me. I never had no threat from any white police officer or any white person whatsoever. And to get myself through school like I did, there was no system there that they claimed that was there. I'm sorry, I'm just calling like it is now. Back in the day, slave days and, pre-civil rights movement, I get that. But in today's world, absolutely not. All they're doing is keep on handing folks walkers.
Why are they doing it? Why are they pushing this on the kids?
Because they want them to believe that they can't achieve anything. They want to just make it all about their race. They can't do anything. And to me, I told them, it's going to keep you there. The very person that claimed that they're helping you, if you keep on handing a person a walker and saying, this is me helping you, that person will never become independent. One of my degrees in physical therapy, our number one goal is to get our patients independent. And as they become better and stronger and more progressing in their the set things that we have set for them, the set programs, we take the assistive device away because they're becoming more independent, which means they can do things on their own. But what we get right now from the government is they just keep on handing people walkers saying, this is me helping you. See, look how good we are. This is us helping you. But having no idea is damaging you because you're going to remain disabled.
Independent on the government. And that you hit the threshold, the ceiling, and you can't go any further if you're dependent on the government. Hey, no. Ty, you shook it up. You shook it up. Keep shaking it up.
Black man.
Sean Hannity here. Hey.
Let them niggers know. That's what she wanted to say.
That's what she almost said.
That's what she wanted to say.
That shit almost came out.
No. King.
Bruh.
Whoa.
The way he was sitting, it could be some bullshit.
Bro, so like I don't disagree that the government there's some parts of his argument I don't disagree with.
Yeah.
I do feel like the government assists black people so that they don't really try.
That's what they mix. That's what I'm saying. They ignore all the fuck shit the government and just stoke like it's.
But the whole idea that like race is not a problem in this country, and it doesn't provide certain privileges for others that it doesn't for some. It's ludicrous.
Niggas, you just talk, man. Sean D said, "Nigga, no sir."
Bro,
it's just wow, bro. Like, and I knew when I saw that clip. I knew Fox News was gonna scoop him up. I didn't even see that Fox News interview yet. I just saw the original video. I knew they was gonna scoop him up. Anyway, that was not planned, but it happened.
He was like, "No, white people, you are not the problem."
That's to hear someone who came from a poverty-stricken inner city just completely absolve, I should say, how systemic racism works, how police are weaponized against black people, and be like, and just how people in poverty.
I guess. See, if he's never researched that, and his experience was violence in his own community, and he's never and he's held on to that idea,
right,
of black people being the biggest threat to black people, and he's never even tried to open his mind to there being other factors.
That's what I'm saying.
Then I guess that is his truth. It's fucked up, but you know what I mean? Like, that is his truth. I don't agree with it. He's wrong. But like, if you just mentally scarred and you say, "Oh man, I saw 5-6 niggas get killed," you would think that like black people are the biggest problem to black people.
100% get where it comes from. It's what you mentioned before, like the like not even trying to learn when critical race theory is trying to get you to understand the history of how that even happens, and you not only like are trying to push that out at your face, you also trying to kill it entirely for other black people. It's like it's hard for me to sympathize with you. Like I do sympathize with that, but it's hard to because it's like you're in the way, nigga. Like. That's the hard thing. You're in the way.
I think the bigger problem is not that he's trying to kill it for black people. He's trying to kill it for white people. Because I feel like black people experience it on some level. Like it's like you're going to get hit with it at some point in your life. If you're white, there's a good chance that it might not ever affect you. Right. So the fact that he's killing it for a room full of white people and all these idiots that watch Fox News. I'm not gonna call them idiots, but all these people that watch Fox News, like, come on, bro, like you just killing progress. I don't care if every single white person disagreed, but for the fact that like you just stomped it out, like they don't even need to pay attention, and you validated the thoughts that were already in their head without them doing any kind of research or reading. Come on, bro.
Complete personal anecdotal experience. To make white people be like, oh, thank God. We can just
dodge that bullet.
That's it, bro. You said it perfectly. That's it. Like, again, that's what America does, yo. It's so deep. It's so intricate in everything. And the hardest thing, I guess would be the last thing. The hardest thing about calling out racism is it no longer has to be blatant. It can be so subtle and so intricate that it's hard to even call it out. Like it's hard to name it a lot of times. And they can use that to be like, what are you talking about? That's personal circumstance. That's you not working hard enough. That's, that's just complete. They can just make your shit sound like it's made up on the spot in so many situations. And then the worst part is even if you can call it out, even if you can give the stats and everything, they still find a way to just be like, nah. It's It's really deep, man. It's enough to drive you insane. We're gonna talk about Afro pessimism on one of these episodes whenever Will finishes the book.
Yeah. Chapter 3, baby. Almost to 60. However many chapters it is.
I forgot to, but it's wild, man. But yeah, that's it. I'm definitely more concerned with people just learning about abolition in general, especially when it comes to slavery. If you don't believe, even if you don't believe in, revolution, I would hope you don't believe in slavery. Slavery is still very much a thing. Republicans are still very much still voting against ending slavery. That's still a real thing. So if anything, learn about that. Like I said, Max Parthas is a good place to start. If anybody wants a place to start, just Google him. I promise he'll pop up. If you look up YouTube, if you look on Facebook, Max Parthas, he'll pop up everywhere. Listen to his podcast. He is co-founder of, what is his name? This thing I wrote it down. Co-founder of Abolish Slavery National Network. Google them. They have podcasts on these things. And just learn, just educate yourself, because these people ain't about to do it for you. I promise you that. So,
Thirst of the week.
Thirst of the week. You gonna put on thing for me, if you don't mind? Since you
which one you want to go to, the website or the Instagram first?
Instagram, because she got this delicious picture of herself on the Instagram. Let me not use delicious. That's a gross word. It's a great word to picture of herself. Thirst of the week for this week is Miss Jamira Burley. Jamira is an internationally recognized speaker, social justice advocate, and next-gen social impact consultant. She is on a mission to, is that the picture? Oh yeah, she just glowing out here. She is on a mission to lead systemic and sustainable change that improves the lives of young people across the globe. Jamira has been recognized by the Obama White House as a champion of change, a Forbes 30 for under 30 honoree, and a 2020 Oprah Magazine visionary. Please stay in the loop of Jamira's work on upcoming events and ways you can work with her at www.jamiraburley.com. As you can see, she is just thicker than a Snicker. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely intelligent, great speaker. I watched her on For Harriet and some other podcasts. I can't remember. I can't remember the other show, but she's doing great work. I think she's more of a reformist than a revolutionary, but she does talk about a lot of revolutionary talk as well. Either way, I think she's doing great things. So please check her out on Instagram at Jamira Burley, on Twitter at Jamira Burley, and her website again is www.jamiraburley.com.
There it is.
Yeah, she looked good.
Yeah, she looked
good. Real good. This was good. We're gonna get our fried chicken and watermelon, and I'll turn it in for the night. But thank y'all for joining us yet again. If y'all want to come back and comment, like if y'all did something on Juneteenth or not, please feel free to do so. But otherwise, we will see y'all next go around. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all for chilling with us. Thank y'all for chilling with us in the live chat. I'm gonna go back and read these comments, but thank y'all for watching the live show. And we love y'all, man. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace. Ooh, that was pretty good right there.
That was